I remember that since I started playing Rocket League daily, just around 1.5 years ago, I always wanted to be able to do double touches consistently. At that time, I not only didn't have the mechanical skill to perform them, but also I wasn't really sure what I had to train to get better at them. I still have a lot to improve upon, but I definitely feel comfortable enough nowadays to go for them in ranked, be threatening when I try to do them, and put on target many of them. Let's recap real quick. Some months ago, this happened. Yes, it looks bad, I know, but I got so excited. It was my first double touch ever, and not only I was able to control my car in the air well enough, but I was able to read the bounce and score the clutch goal that gave us the win. I was so excited. That day, someone told me, "You just scored your first double touch, that's great, now there will be a lot more double touches coming." I was quite happy to hear that. Some weeks and months passed, and to be honest, I didn't score that many double touches since my first one. So I just thought that was something that was just too hard for me to perform, and the ones I was able to score, I was just getting lucky. You might be thinking by now, okay, but Gray, how does this have anything to do with learning double touches? Well, this is where it gets better. My problem with double touches wasn't that I didn't have the mechanical skill to perform them, it was simply that I just couldn't read the bounce of the backboard. I had watched many videos on the topic, and all of them talked about how to set it up off the ground, off the wall, mid-air, but nobody had ever told me that the most important part of double touches was actually reading where and how the ball was going to bounce off. It actually makes sense. How was I supposed to know how I had to mechanically move my car in the air if I didn't even know where to go in the first place? This I'm going to explain is only my experience with it, and it might work differently for you than it did for me. But still, I think if you just want to get better at double touches and start doing them on a daily basis without even thinking too much about it, what I'm going to explain is going to be very helpful. I'm gonna be first talking about how to improve at reading backboard rebounds, and after this, you can also find how to practice different kinds of setups for doing double touches and the training packs you will be needing for doing it. You can find all the codes in the description. Let's just talk about what you need to improve at reading backboard rebounds. You just need one training pack, Backboard Therapy. When I discovered this training pack a few months ago, I started doing it once a day for a couple of weeks, and after that I haven't even trained with it again. I suddenly was able to pre-jump almost any bounce of the wall and be threatening enough for the opponents that they had to jump as well to try and block my double touches. It was like magic, from only scoring 1 or 2 double touches a month to scoring several every day. The thing that had changed in 2 or 3 weeks wasn't my mechanical skill. It was just the ability to read how the ball was going to bounce off the wall before it happened, and once I knew that, I just had to fly my car to that specific direction at the right speed while doing micro adjustments on the air. All these clips aren't from me. This is my good friend Papito Grillo playing this training pack. He's got 500 hours into the game, he's around high plat and low diamond ranks, and he's not much mechanical at all. The only thing any player needs for doing this training pack is knowing how to perform double jump aerials and fast aerials, and give it enough tries until being able to score the ball in net. As I said before, I recommend doing once a day this training pack until you feel your reads are consistent enough. If your fast aerial takeoffs aren't that good to start with, you will also notice that this training pack will help you to improve on that. So don't worry too much if your aerial play is not that good at first, as long as you can fast and double jump aerial without backflipping most of the times. Alright, then we all agree that Backboard Therapy is a beast of a training pack to start doing double touches and backboard reads in general. If you struggled on defense backboard reads, this training pack will also help you greatly with that. And to be honest, defense backboard reads are even easier than offensive ones because you don't really have to aim for a specific spot on net. You can just try to clear the ball to the corner or hit it hard enough so it bounces out of reach for the opponents. Now that we know that the most important part of double touches is the read, it's time to learn how to set up our own double touches on different situations. On Backboard Therapy, all of the shots are backboard reads that come from a pass. So if you want to set them up for yourself, you need to know 3 different double touches that exist, besides the one that we already did with Backboard Therapy. The training pack that covers all 3 of these different setups is Double Touch Consistency by WayProtein. First setup is ground double touch. You have to pop the ball from the ground onto the backboard and follow it up. This is the easiest setup from all 3. It is actually very similar to the shots we have already practiced on Backboard Therapy. The only thing you need to be paying attention to is to do a very accurate touch on the rolling ball so it goes to an area of the backboard that is easily readable. Second setup is the wall double touch. You can practice this one easily in free play by doing a similar setup as an dribble. In double touch consistency, the setups are a bit more organic and require a bit more timing and skill to perform them than if you set them up yourself in free play. So don't get too frustrated if it gets a bit more difficult than what you are used to do or than what you were expecting. Third setup is the one that is more mechanically demanding, the mid-air double touch. For mid-air double touches specifically, I recommend WayProtein's air double taps for getting started at them. Most of the shots are quite accessible for diamond or champ level players, and if you are trying to get a more realistic and mechanically intensive training, Double Tap Playground is the training pack you are looking for. It has 50 shots and you will get a lot of variety on this kind of double touch setup. But remember that you will need a pretty advanced car and ball control to be able to train this in an efficient way, so keep that in mind if you're still a beginner or you are just focusing on mechanical improvement for the first time. I still struggle doing this one, especially on awkward setups, since I haven't put that much time into training it. Not only the touch has to be very precise so the ball goes to a part of the backboard that is easy enough to read the rebound, but you will need to be able to control the car in a way that doesn't fall to the ground after hitting the ball for the first time, and also in a way that you can fly towards the position you need to be at for scoring the double touch. If after some weeks of training you are more confident in jumping and flying to get those double touches, let me know in the comments. And if you manage to score some fancy ones, you can join my community on Discord and share your clips there. I'll be glad to see your progress. Remember to follow me on my social media and subscribe and hit that bell for not missing any future content. Thank you so much for your time and see you soon.